So I recently realized that sometimes people will jump into these videos without context, so I wanted to start this video with a little bit of context, what is going on here. Of course, there's been a border conflict between Thailand and Cambodia. A lot of people would have seen it in the news at the moment. This usually means that our village has to evacuate due to its location. It's not in a serious location in comparison to other closer villages by the border, but that usually is the case. So my family have gone to Bangkok and they've evacuated there, my wife and two sons. Meanwhile, I'm staying here back at the cottage. The village is comprised of around 150 households, those with very elderly people and women, children. They have already evacuated to other areas. Our village is not located in the main danger zone, but because of sounds that people have reported and feelings of shockwaves and things like that, they do not wish to be here, and especially the elderly, they get a bit scared and worried. I have to say, in the village I haven't seen any desperation, so I haven't seen any problems with food or hunger. It has just been rice season, so people are well stocked in on food. I did take some eggs to the neighbours recently. I made sure they were okay with some eggs and fruit, but otherwise those that are left seem to be doing fine. There is some good news on the horizon, however, because I heard that a city that is located quite close to us that have been evacuated is now started to get people coming back. Quite a large number of subscribers have also reached out to ask about certain guests and people that I've featured on my other channel, on my interview channel, that live in the islands that are affected by this. For example, Koh Chang. They've asked how the people are getting on there, and so I did make a couple of calls this morning and ask some of the folks that are living there what's going on. Apparently the island is very quiet, the boats are still running, but many tourists have cancelled their trips simply because it is located in the red zone, the crossing over to that island, and people are not able to get insured in that red zone. And there's been a lot of international warnings gone out telling people not to travel restrictions, don't travel in that area, which has affected business quite a lot, and I'm sure has impacted tourism revenues on the island. Absolutely sure it has. I said it before in the last video, and I'll say it again here. I think one of the most important things you can do is to, if you're located in these kind of areas, is to support local sellers. So obviously there are certain things you can only get from big supermarkets, but anything like fresh vegetables, eggs, anything that is available on the stalls from the local sellers, better to put some money in their pockets, because they're the ones that are going to be hit quite heavily now, in that the customers that would usually be buying from them have evacuated, many of them. Right, guess who's back?
You're back now.
Now, I'm still in shock because I didn't know they were coming back. And
we just run to behind the house and then open the door and say, surprise.
I don't know if she was trying to surprise me, or that if they told me they were coming back, I would have said no.
Yes, that's right, because I told my sister and my brother-in-law, say don't say anything to Ryan that we're coming back.
And Otis is back.
Say bye-bye. Hi.
Everything has been so quiet here, and now it's become buzzing again with people. So, but the reason that they've come back, apparently, what's gone on in close to us, it's all been opened up again, right?
Around here, people start to come back, and then bank open, the shopping area open, and people, start to live their life already. And then also the reason that we come back, like Nong Niu have to go to hospital to see her doctor, and my dad also have appointment.
And my visa's up. So as we always do at Christmas, I would like to mention the sponsors of today's video and our channel, Surfshark VPN. I know that many of our subscribers over this past year have already downloaded Surfshark VPN and used our code word. A lot of our UK-based subscribers now use Surfshark VPN to bypass those restrictions, and if you happen to be traveling anywhere else in the world and need access to restricted content, is just as useful. Surfshark VPN now also has a number of other useful features, such as an email scanner, which can scan your email and let you know if there are any scams in there that are trying to steal your information. Additionally to this, there are parental controls. I find this particularly useful with my older son on his iPad. Surfshark VPN allows me to control what content is being seen on that iPad, and I can protect my son from otherwise harmful content. You can use Surfshark VPN across all of your devices, so you only need one subscription to use it on your iPhone, on your PC or your Mac. Surfshark have given me an offer to give to you. It's going to get you 4 months extra. Use code word BAMBOO at checkout. Download the app or go to www.surfshark.com/bamboo. And what's more is it's a money back guarantee. So if it doesn't work out for you, you can get your money back. This is Damo's sister's husband here. He the driver. The driver. And yeah, my visa's up. Actually, we need to go and renew the visa in the next few days, isn't it?
Yeah, we do next week.
It is actually the busiest time of year.
Yeah,
this.
so many things to do.
So, but they have opened things up again, and looks like everybody's back here. We got Hugo swinging here too. I offered to pay. I said when you do come back, I'll get you a minivan, and they sneakily jumped in the car. So I think that's another reason why Damo probably didn't tell me. ยายมาอยากอยู่ที่กรุงเทพเหรอครับอยากอยู่แต่มันไกลมันไกลเกินไป She said I would stay but it's too far away. คุณพ่อ คุณพ่อกลับมาแล้วนะกลับมา
Happy. Last night he could not sleep because he know that morning up early and then come home. Yeah, he's so excited to come back.
โอเคแล้ว
กว่าจะถึง
So it's like Christmas today, guys. That's my Christmas present. Everybody's home. So surprise, Taka. For Bailu, Kauluด้วย He knows as well. ไม่มีใครบอกผม Everybody knows and nobody told me. So everyone's kept it a secret from me. So I'm glad things are calming down. There's no guarantees though. We actually have to stay alert because although things are opening up again here, we don't know if it's going to continue. We may have to leave at any time, so we're just kind of going to stay on call, I think. She said I'm not beautiful yet. So, funny story, quick interlude. Before we go and do the Christmas shopping now for the kids, we're doing a bit extra. We've ordered a lot. We've got loads of teddies. We've got loads of stuff. Huh?
Loads, everything. This year, big thing, like the kids will love it.
Obviously, this time is a bit of a tense time because of the sounds that you can hear, yeah? And I made a bit of a mistake. In the middle of the night, the other night, I heard this massive bang. And I woke up and my heart was beating, yeah? And I thought, because obviously I thought something might hit us, but then what it was a rat trap in my roof. Not a good time to set the trap for the rat. It went bang, and I woke up. Yeah, it slams shut. Not a good idea. And then with the echo of the roof, it sounded like a huge bang on my roof, and because you just wake up and like, what the heck was that? And it was this little one here. So we're going to release this one in the rice field. So when it comes to the Christmas shop, a lot of the local sellers that we usually go to are closed at the moment because they're in an evacuation zone. So we are coming to Mr. DIY, one of our favourites on the channel. And it's been mainly Damo organising the presents this time round. So I know I told you guys that it was going to be a lot of educational stuff and a lot of sports stuff. What has it actually turned out to be? Teddy bears.
And dress, princess dress.
Princess dresses.
Yes.
So all my chatting on about, we're going to go fully educational this time, has all gone in the toilet. We're going to buy some footballs now from Mr. DIY. So what I'm going to do instead is, when the school term, just before the school term restarts, we're going to do something about helping them with school uniforms. We'll donate some, and then we'll do back to school stuff. So I'll put loads of bags together with pencil sets, super cheap anyway, and we can do some back to school stuff. These are always quite good as well, these badminton sets, so I think we'll get a few of these today. We did order some footballs online, but Only 13 footballs, but they popped. One of them popped easily, so I was hoping to get some from here too. Mr. DIY is pretty good. I prefer to go to our local sellers, and we will do something when they reopen, but we've got a bit of a time limit now, guys, because Christmas is coming, so we don't have all the time in the world to prepare for this, not to mention like the organisation, the actual event, the decoration, the bouncy castles. There's a lot to do. So we'll get these volleyballs. These are only 135 baht each, so we'll get 10 of those, and then we'll get a load of these. Get at least 15. Nah? Damo is very like... Damo, when it comes to like budgeting, she's a lot more conservative than me, which is a good thing, you know what I mean? She doesn't like to spend. She's not a spender. But it's a false economy, guys. Like, rather than... If we don't get it now, we'll have to come back and get it another time, you know what I mean? So, because we want to make sure like everybody's got something on this party. So that's a load of footballs, badminton sets, volleyballs, basketballs. That's really it for kind of sports stuff, guys. I think in terms of sports stuff, there's not much else we can do. We're going to be setting up the ping pong table, and we're going to have a trampoline as well, and obviously the 2 bouncy castles. We found that when I do the Christmas shopping, the boys have too many presents. That was in the first year, and the girls have nothing. And then when Damo does it, the girls have too many presents and the boys have nothing. So it's best we put our heads together, isn't it? Yeah, we also cannot order things online at the moment because there's no delivery to our house. This year we're not going to be wrapping as much either. It's just a waste of paper to wrap. You know, it all just ends up in the waste. So although it's not as exciting for the kids to open a present, I think they'll get over it, and we'll be saving on the old wrapping paper this year. Damo's not got glasses, so she can't read any prices on anything. So she's 27 baht only. It's pretty cheap, Mr. DIY too, guys, so no problems there. So thanks for checking in today, guys. I think we may just pull off this village kids Christmas party. What we have to confirm is that everybody's back in the village. This is the main thing. Obviously, if the kids aren't back, we can't do it, but even if we have to postpone it a few days or whatever, I think we'll do that. And we're going to be pulling it earlier as well, so it doesn't go on quite as late as usual. It only goes on to 10 p.m. usually anyway, but we'll probably pull it a couple of hours earlier so it finishes early and it's in the daytime. But I think we are going to be able to pull it off this year. Thank you to everybody that has contributed, and anything remaining I'll put towards the school, back to school stuff. So we'll do some school bags, pens and pencils, maybe some uniforms, and we'll also be doing some fans for the school as well. So that'll be obviously when the kids are back to school. I hope that we pull this off and nothing happen. I mean, in between now and then something could happen, you see. At any moment it could be like a forced evacuation near our place. We don't know, but we're going to manage it as best we can and try and pull this one off this year. If we manage to do it, it'll be quite a success story, I think, and the kids will appreciate it, and we'll be able to maintain our streak of Christmas parties that we're now, I think this is the 4th one, and so we don't want to disappoint, and I think it's going to be a good one.